I finally got this live me streaming thing down, but we'll see. Excuse me. I like the color. It's just the shape is kind of boring. The front of it is a little too long, and it's just, I don't know. It doesn't look cool, but it doesn't have like any cool wings or things on the ends of these storage units like mine does. This is my ship. not much of a cave there, huh? Yeah, it won't let me in the caves. Damn, this thing fucking kicks ass. Hell yeah, it kicks ass. Really digging this gun. This is a new weapon I got. Multi-tool. New multi-tool. I used the portal to find it. Somebody posted it online. Gave me the coordinates. I have the right glyphs to go to the planet in the star system that it's at. Ah, it didn't work. What? Whatever. What the fuck? Fuck. I'm not here. Where you going? Fuck these things, man. I lost where I was going. Where was I going? I was right there, man. How did I miss that thing? Oh. This thing's just a placeholder. This one's not special. I'll hop in. Whatever. Okay, cool. It's the little guy. And there's this guy. I like this. I want a different color though. These arms, they spin around too when it's flying. That is the front. This is the back. Ugh. We're good on ourselves. Manufactured. This one has GEC, which means they sell spaceship blueprints. It's a manufacturing star system, yellow, meaning they will buy the particular item I have at a higher price, and it is a wealthy one, meaning once I sell all these items I got, that I can buy the wealthy systems. They have more of everything. They sell more. They sell more shit. So if I were to go to a poor economy and try to buy, you know, fuel for my hyperdrive or whatever from the space station, I'd get like, I don't know, 20, 25, 20 something to 40 something to hold. And then if I go to a wealthy star system like this one, I try to buy some fuel, they'll sell like a couple thousand. These things look pretty cool. What's going on over here? What is this thing? I think it's pretty ugly, actually. Fuck that. Jesus. I gotta stop trying to fight ships in hauler ships. I need a fighter ship to fight these guys. I mean, I'm winning, but not very fun. Do I want to be here? Maxed out across the board. Hell yeah. Still recording, or did this thing fuck up? No, we're still going. We're still going. Okay. Whoa, what's this? Looks like gold plated. Looks kind of cool. Kind of boring at the same time, though. It's an A class. Never seen anything like this, though. I mean, it's a very common shape, but I've never seen something like with this kind of color with gold plating on the outside. Although that might just be the lights. I don't know. Oh well. It's an A class, which means it should be able to get up to nah, actually no. It should be able to get to 48 slots, but it's not necessarily true. Oh, I have like no nanite clusters. boring. Oh, that's a fucking... This is a lush planet. That's weird. They're usually green. This one's red. I thought this was gonna be like a supernova hot planet. But it's red. Interesting. There it goes. What the fuck is this? Perfect squares of iridium. Very thin, not very much. Spread out a lot. Hey, how's it going, Nikoob? Nikoob79? I don't know how to say that. Shit. Alright, I gotta remember. Manufacturing goes to... I can't remember. I can't remember. High tech. Let's get out of here. Get out. Okay. Let's go check out the black hole. Not before we sell our stuff, though. Whoa. Whoa. Creepy. These things. One more to go. One more glyph. And then I can travel anywhere. Anywhere I want. I can go. Do I want to? Just look like there's anything in here. Oh, it's awesome. I think there's one down there. They're so fucking far away. Jesus. Come on, man. There's one. Oh, there's more fish. What? What is this? Oh, I'm about to run out of air. It's a goat in the water. This is dumb. This is fucking stupid. Look at it. Forgot about the black hole. Alright, where's my ship? Where'd I put it? Holy fuck, it's over there. Shit, I'm falling. Fuck this, I'm just calling it over. Sorry, Cub. I am streaming on YouTube and this one. And, live me. What's up, Tyler Thunder? Thanks for the sub. No, Cub, I am in the, let's see if it'll show it. I don't remember how to pronounce it, but, fuck, come on. Oh, it's the Eisentam. I think that's how you say it. It's like Eissentam. That's the galaxy I'm in. I did the, what is it? I did the Artemis storyline. I finished it, and at the end, you get to either stay in the Euclid galaxy, the first one, or you can move to, I think there's like 4 options. One is an ancestral galaxy, which gives you more, I think, what are they called? They're like unique planets. The planets with like those spiky balls, or like the ones with like the jellyfish or the bubbles. Those kind of like exotic planets. There's a higher chance of exotic planets within the whole galaxy. There's also an imperfect galaxy, which is just a copy of like the Euclid, kinda. It's just normal. There is a raging galaxy, which has a lot more planets with severe weather or severe sentinel activity, like the sentinels will attack you a lot more. Or the one I picked was the tranquil galaxy. And this one has a higher percentage of lush, verdant, and tropical planets, which are my favorite types of planets. So I went to this galaxy. I kind of wish I stayed in Euclid just a little longer, because I don't know if you've heard of the Galactic Hub. You can use these things called portals now to go to any place. Like if I were to land on this planet right now, pull out a save point, stick it down, I could look at the save point and it'll tell me the coordinates of this planet. It's like a long string of numbers, and then you can convert those numbers into glyphs. Where are my glyphs? And then once you find a portal, you know, you plug it in, like dinosaur, dinosaur, moon, parachute, this one, that one, that one. It'll be like a long string. You plug them all in, you go through the portal, and you'll show up on that planet. And online, you know, they have a lot of people posting things like, oh, I found a multi-tool that's an S-class multi-tool, and it looks really fucking dope. Come check it out. Here's the address. That's how I got my current multi-tool. Or ships, you know. They'll find a ship that looks really cool. Like the squid ships, I remember that was like a big deal for a while. People couldn't find the squid, the new exotic squid ship. But a lot of those, most of those discoveries are made in the first galaxy, because that's where most people have been. So, I mean, I'm a little bummed out, because now I'm in a totally different galaxy than a vast majority of the players online. So, once I got here, I still had my stupid, crummy multi-tool from, it was like a C-class multi-tool. And I was looking all over the internet, couldn't find anything, couldn't find anyone posting any exotic multi-tools, until I found somebody finally posted this thing. They posted the coordinates for it, and they said it was an S-class. The only problem was that when you show up in the portal, you show up on the planet, from the portal you step out, something like here, you know, you step out, and then they put a marker down where the multi-tool actually is. It's like way the fuck over on the other side of the planet, and you can't get there with your ship, because your ship stays on the other side of the portal. You go through the portal, your ship stays behind. So you have to bring the materials to build an exocraft machine. And even with the exocraft machine, it was going to take me like 2 hours to get there. Real time. 2 full real hours of me playing this game. It would have taken me to get from the portal to the location of the multi-tool. And then another 2 hours to get back. To go back to my ship. And I was not about that life. But luckily somebody put a marker like 2 minutes away from the portal, much closer. And it was the same look, the same number of slots, almost the same stats. The stats were just a little lower, like the mining beam boost, and the boosts were a little bit lower, and it was an A rank instead of an S rank. So that's what I grabbed. I didn't want to drive fucking 2 hours away to get the S class. Figured fuck that. Alright, let's see what's going on in this chat. Did I just hear a bong noise? I don't know, you might have. I'm playing on the regular PS4. And I play through the disc. When you play the PS4, sounds loud for some reason. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Mine sounds fine. By the way, anyone who plays this game, let me show you a little tip. Hopefully, I still have that item. Do I? Yeah, okay. So when you come to these trade stations, right? When you come to these trade stations, there's usually guys here. Depending on the system you're in, you'll either have a Viking, Gek, or Korvac system, and there'll be a decent amount of, some say it's because the disc has to read a lot of stuff, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure, man, I've never had that issue, so I've never looked any of that kind of stuff up. I'm sorry, I can't help you. But, at least pay attention to this. This is something I can tell you. When you talk to these guys, sometimes they'll ask you something special, you know, and they have like two special responses or a couple special responses. Yeah, I hope you know what I mean. And then you talk to them again after you do the special thing, and it's just generic stuff. It's always like either give them something for dialect help, learn one of their words, give them a gift, ask for directions, or they have the barter option. And you notice I just gave him a Viking dagger, right? So note that. When I talk to him again, he's gonna, okay, he's still asking for a Viking dagger, but I don't have any more. I do have a Graw though. So I'm gonna hit ask for directions. You talk to him again, and look at that. It changes the gift to the Graw. Let me just explain this again. I gave him the Graw. I'm out of Graws, so now I talk to him, ask for directions, talk to him again. Now he wants Viking daggers. It switches. Every race has two items that they accept as gifts. The Viking, it is Graws and Viking daggers. The Korvax, I can't remember. The Gek, I think, is a Gek charm or something else. The only problem is with the Gek, it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass to find those things. You can find them from these. You know, you open up these things, they'll give you Viking daggers or Graws. Fascination beads. That's one of the Korvax things. The Korvax like fascination beads. But basically, you come to one of these trade stations, you go click on buy items, and you just keep looking at every single ship that comes in until you find somebody that sells the item that you're looking for. Sometimes it'll take a fuckload of time. You gotta sit here for... I spent 2 hours actually just looking for an item to trade with the Gek. But every single time you trade one of these, every single time you trade one gift with one of these guys, it increases your standing with that race by 3. Your standing will increase by 3. You see, I have all 3 maxed out. Alright, I'm just looking at the merchants guilds to show you. When you're looking at the different races, it'll show next rank in, 1, 2, 3. And if you do one of those missions from the space station, the race-specific mission, not like the merchants guild or the mercenaries guild, they'll only give you like 1 or 2 points. But a lot of the times, especially in the higher levels, you need like 30, 40, 50 points to get to the next level. And you need to be at a high enough level to buy the blueprints that you're trying to find. But if you come to a wealthy system like this, very rarely they will have them in here. But and you go up to one of these ships. Yeah, you go up to one of these ships. You keep asking them until you find somebody that sells one of the gift items that, and you can check the gift items if you can't remember. Just talk to somebody that's here. Talk to someone who's here. Look at the gift, Viking dagger, hit ask for directions, wait for it to change. Maybe asking for directions won't change it. Maybe you'll have to hit leave and then talk to them again. But it's only ever 2 items. So you talk to them, you look at what their items are, then you go around and you try to buy them up. When you find somebody, especially if you're in a wealthy system, you find somebody that sells them, you'll be happy as shit, first of all, because it takes a minute to find somebody. But once you do, they usually sell like 100, 200 of them. You buy all the ones you can, and then you just talk to this guy, trade, ask for directions, talk to him, trade, ask for directions. And you will max out your rank with every race using this method. And it's easy. And it's fast. Oh, when you say the PS4 sounds loud, you mean the actual console. I thought you meant the volume from the PlayStation. Uh, Nikub is probably right. I mean, I'm sure it's happened to me. I just don't notice it because I have an air purifier running in my room most of the time. But yeah, that's probably what's going on. Yeah, you're telling me, Tyler. I can't wait either. I thought it was going to be the 5th of January, like people were saying, but that turned out to be, made up. Let's hop through this portal, huh? I need like 40 more nanite clusters to get the last glyph. And then I can go anywhere. I haven't found one of these in a while. Yeah, it's true. I think somebody, I can't remember who, but I heard somebody say it might be underwater vehicles. That would be really cool. A little submarine that'll, zip around underwater. And then they can make the oceans and stuff, they can make them a little deeper, too. That'd be tight, man. Because right now, all you can do is either fly over it with a Nomad, or fly, or, drive around inside of it with the roamer, I think. But it's not fun. The roamer, it's not fun because you gotta wait for it to sink to the bottom. It's really slow. Yeah. Didn't I do this already? Yeah, I did that already. What a thing I hate when it happens. You see the little hologram map on my ship here? The thing right there in the center. Look at the, take note of the orbs. Those are the planets. That's how you know where in your galaxy the planets are. Like this tells me that there's a planet behind this one, because there's two, but I only see one. But a lot of the times I'll warp into most of the time I'll warp into galaxies, solar system, and those orbs will just not be there. They just simply won't be on the screen, which sucks, because I often forget how many planets are in a galaxy or in a solar system that I travel to. So I end up either having to go back to the galactic map, or I go to my Discoveries tab and I look at it, which is just an extra step that I don't want to have to do. And once I find out how many planets that I'm supposed to have around me, I go to photo mode, so I can look around much easier. But I shouldn't have to do all that, you know. You see this too? Barter 100 platinum. Pretty sure you can change that with everybody too. I'm gonna hit leave. Talk to him again. You change the gift. Alright, now let's ask for directions. See if it'll change the gift to units. Nope. Let's try leave. There it is. See? Look at that. I mean, I had the plutonium or whatever he wanted to give to him, but I just wanted to show you. If they ever ask you to barter with them for anything besides money, just keep spamming all the other dialogue options until it shows up with something else. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you finding my channel. And yeah, that'd be nice if I got big. That'd be fun. The Infinity update. I have not heard that. That makes sense, though. They were talking about mirrors. I think, can't remember who, but they said if you put a mirror up to a mirror, you know, it goes on forever and ever, infinity. It's so weird, though, how like they talk about the updates before they come out. Like we never have any idea what's gonna happen. It could be fucking anything. It could be multiplayer. It could be. What I really, really want them to do is just make the game funner to explore. You go to a planet, you see a dog, sheep, lizard. You go to another planet, you see a dog, lizard, sheep. It's like, what the fuck? Somebody mentioned a YouTuber, I can't remember who it was. They mentioned that every creature in No Man's Sky reminds him of Spore. How no matter how crazy and unique your Spore creature was, you could always tell it was from Spore. It always had that Spore kind of look to it. The same with every creature here in No Man's Sky. You get your occasionally you'll find something and you frame the angle right. It looks like you show somebody that picture and they can't figure out what game it's from. But most of the time, 9.99999 times out of 10, you find a creature. It's got that same basic No Man's Sky, generic kind of look to it. It's always the same. Let's go find some creatures. Let's go see what's going on. I'm going to fly back up to space after we look at a few creatures, and I'm going to go back to my home planet. I'm trying to find a goddamn 38 slot fighter too. And I haven't found. Oh, there's one. By the way, trick to scanning those crab creatures that are usually hostile is just wait for them to attack you. Wait for them to attack you, and then they'll usually sit there for a second, giving you enough time to look at them and scan them. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? There he is. It's got some crazy shit on its mouth. Like, I like the fact that I think it was 1.3 update. They came out and I noticed some new creature types. Like you had the flying ones up ahead. You had the animals. You have fish. And then every now and again, I would run into not flying creatures, but like kind of like butterflies. Basically, like a butterfly. Let me check this guy out. Looks kind of. I thought it was like a pelican. Yeah, look at how stupid this looks. But it was a butterfly, like floating maybe about this high off the ground, in like packs. I thought that was pretty cool. I've seen a couple different butterfly kind of creatures. I found some that were like the size of this speck right here. One of these fucking rock specks. And there were like 16, 20 of them just floating in a little patch, maybe about the size of that little clearing right there. Just floating right about at the height of like the tip of this. Just floating right here, And that was pretty cool. I never seen anything so small. Like, I could not see it. I saw, when I went in my scanner, I saw the red dots, but I didn't see anything there. And if I got closer, I realized they're really small fucking butterflies. Almost like gnats. I never actually got a good look at them. But, you know, more stuff like that. More stuff like different types. Just add, you know, maybe like 6 more different types of creatures. You know, we got flying, we got ground creatures, we got the crabs. You know, the crabs, the 4-legged guys, the walking guys. Just add 6 more types of dudes like that. You know. I like the flying, you know, eels. What? What is that? That looks cool. Random, but you know. The caves are really nice looking. I really like going into caves, but then you know, then again, that's another one of those things that that's just, it looks the same. You know, most of them look the same. All these stalactites and shit, the same shape, slightly different colors. Some caves will have a lot of purple and green. Some caves will have a lot of yellow and blue. Some caves won't have any more than just yellow. But they need to make things more varied, more worth actually going to all these fucking billions of planets that they have. As of right now, it's not that fun. I don't find myself longing to get home so I can play this game. I play this game when I'm really, really, really fucking bored. And hey, that's cool. My youngest viewer, huh? Hello Games had an outline of the updates since 2013. I didn't know that. Well, I think I did know that. I just didn't, you know, didn't believe them. So I didn't really retain that information. Yeah, more animals and plants. The plants are getting pretty good. Plants are getting pretty good, but I mean, they need to make planets that are lush have more plants. You know, they have that grass all over the fucking place, and you'll see here when I get to my home planet, the grass is actually sometimes a problem. If you're at a home planet, you go to your home base, and it has to render all this grass and all of your you know, all your base pieces and shit. It makes the game lag and freeze up. You'll see what I mean in a second. Yes, multiple bases would be really nice. There's just a lot of small things that they should have fucking done before they made the game. Multiple multi-tools? I mean, yeah, that'd be nice. But I don't think that would make the game, like, super awesome, you know. Yeah, it'd be nice. Have multiple multi-tools. What'd be really cool is if you could fucking upgrade your multi-tools, like, aesthetics, you know? Like, I get the whole, you know, finding things is kind of like the point of, you know, discovery and shit, but I don't know. Maybe change the formula to how many times, you know, you find a multi-tool, or make it more like something that you can predict. You know, tie an algorithm into, like, different aspects of the game. Like, maybe you only ever find pistols and rifles on lush planets, and you have a better chance of finding alien or experimental type multi-tools on, like, exotic planets. I mean, that would make sense. That would totally fucking make sense. As somebody who just picks up the game and doesn't look anything up, they'd be able to kind of, you know, gather that stuff together on their own. They'd be kind of like be able to make things make sense. You know, just like if you were, you know, wiped off all your memories and thrown into the wilderness, you know. Pretty soon you'd pick up the fact that, oh, things fall down. You know, there's animals that sometimes don't like me. Some of this food I can eat. Water might make me cold, you know. If I go inside, I get warmer. Like, just things that you figure out on your own. And the game would be a lot funner if it was, you know, more playable and with, like, that in mind, you know. Yeah, they had to rush it because, they struck a deal with Sony. Sony was gonna make this game exclusive to the PlayStation, so Xbox couldn't have it. And because of that, it would boost, you know, it would boost Sony's sales. So Sony went ahead and gave No Man's Sky a whole bunch of money for advertisements. And they said, we'll advertise the shit out of your game so that it will sell. You don't have to worry about advertising and letting people know about your game. We'll make sure people know about your game. All you gotta do is make sure you don't release it on Xbox. Only make it for PlayStation and PC. They're like, yeah, okay, cool. But PlayStation, you know, Sony wanted them to have it out by like a certain time. And you know, with all the advertising they were putting out, they were realizing this is a really big fucking idea we had. It's gonna take way too long. We're a small team. We probably shouldn't agree to that deadline. As the deadline got closer and closer, they had to have it done by that deadline. I think they pushed it off. They asked for like a extension on their deadline a couple times, and then Sony just kept getting pissed off. Like, yo, we paid you hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably even millions of dollars for advertisement. You owe us a fucking game. I think that was like the main issue with the game when it came out. Yeah. I got it just a little bit after it came out. Right before the Foundation update. Literally right before the Foundation update. And yeah, true. Hello Games is working on it. They added the base building. They added the exocrafts. They actually redid the entire fucking universe, every single galaxy, from how it used to be. You'd have a planet that was shitty and barren, and the whole algorithm just got redone. Like, this planet could have been like a boiling planet before. And they redid it. They totally redid it. I think they need to do that. I would hate... It's gonna suck. But I do think they need to do it again. I think they're going to need to do that a couple more times. Play around with the algorithm. I mean, look at this place, you know? My base looks nice. And when you get high enough up in the sky, it looks kind of nice. But like this whole area right here, like this is empty. This is a big empty area. But I mean, honestly, this plan does have... The reason I put my base here is because of all the areas that have a decent amount of fucking foliage. It's nice, you know? It doesn't feel like a real planet when you're going around fucking... You find one tree here, and the nearest tree is like on the top of that hill, you know? This is a little more realistic, but still, I wish it was denser. There should be more trees. As you can see, there's like only 2 types of trees on my entire planet. There's the red tree, and then the green tree. You know? And that's it. It's weird. The frozen planets have the amount of trees that I would like my lush planets to have. You go to a frozen planet, most of the time you land there, and no matter where you turn, there's like this many trees in your frame. But here on lush planets, you come a little closer, you know, further over, there's an empty spot here. All this is fucking empty, empty, empty. You know? Frozen planets are nice, but they're frozen. They don't look that great. You know? I mean, I guess it depends on who you are. But I hate frozen planets. I really like lush planets. This fucking multi-tool, though, it really blows through trees. Oh wait, no, there are 3 trees on my planet. Okay. But this took me so long to find, man. This took for fucking ever. For me to find this type of planet. It's like actually worth being on. Yeah, rivers, dude. Oh, those would be so cool. Flowing lava, that'd be epic. Waterfalls, fuck yeah, man. I heard one of these YouTubers I watch. They mentioned rivers, and you know what they said was true. That's that on some of these planets there'll be like ravines where it looks like there used to be a river there, and he said it's almost as if they had fully intended on putting rivers in and just didn't add, you know, whatever math formula they need to add to make water flow. So that there is no water there. There's just like a canyon. And I mean, these water planets are nice. It's just, it's a pain in the ass to explore the water. Because you need one of these. And if you actually want to explore the water, you gotta jump out and swim around in it. There's no... Maybe if they added something like a, is he gonna attack me? Yeah, he is. But you know, there's a run function, there's a sprint for, you know, when you're walking on land. In the exocraft, there is a boost option. Like, there's a button that you can press to make yourself go faster. Look at that, that's weird. There should be a button for underwater fast travel, you know what I mean? Like, maybe make a technology improvement. A blueprint for one of those, you know, those, what are the... They're like jet engines that you hold on. I don't know how to explain it. They're like jet engines you hold on to. They're like a fan that has handles on the side that you hold out in front of you, and it, you know, it propels you through the water. Something like that, you know. Why don't we have something like that? help us get through the water. That would make it worth going underwater, because, you know, once you go underwater, it's like you whatever you want to do, you know it's going to take for fucking ever. Because you can only... The only way you can pick up speed in the water is by flying up as high as you can. Here's a little tip, by the way. You can get around pretty fast this way. You fly up, land down, girl down, and slowly curve yourself till you're looking forward. Like, look at how fast I'm going through the water right now. If I were to stop, like now, there's no way for me to speed up. There's no way for me to sprint, swim faster. Like, this is as fast as you can go. If you want to go fast, you gotta fly up, fall into the water, and use that momentum to get yourself going. You're gonna land right on top of that rock. Yeah. Slowly curve forward. I hit the ground, so it slowed me down a bit. But look, this is the speed at which I would like to, you know, fly around underwater. And this doesn't work so well because if you turn around too fast, you know, you stop moving, you lose that momentum. You lose all your speed. You gotta fly up again to pick up that speed. Where'd my extra craft go? There it is. Yeah, I'm just glad that I got the game for $40 instead of $60. But I mean, a little while after I bought it, it went down to $25. I kind of wish I had bought it for $25. I mean, $40. It is a bit much, considering how long I had to hold on to that for it to get good. It's like we're all paying for a beta. You know? It should be tops, I think, $30. $30 would be a good price for this game right about now. But I think it's back up to $60. I remember it went down to $25. I think either right after or right before the Foundation update. The very first update they made. Pretty sure I could have sworn I saw $25. $25 for this game would have been great. I paid $40 because, you know, there's no fucking way I'm paying $60 for this. Yeah, I think so too, Tyler. It would totally be worth $60 if they made it the way that they said it was going to be, you know, the way they advertised the game. If they can keep updating it, get it to where it was supposed to be in the fucking first place, then it'll be worth $60. You know? But, I mean, the game is going to be old by the time that they come out with all this stuff. Not a lot of people are going to want to pay a full $60 for a game that came out 4 years ago. You know what I mean? So there's really not much they can do. They really fuck themselves. You know? But as long as they keep updating it, making it nice, you know, we'll keep playing it. And to be honest, if they could get the game to where it was supposed to be in the trailers and all that, you know, I'm not gonna you charge 45, 50 bucks because, that's going to take at least another year and then it'll be old, But I mean, they still charge that much money for a lot of older games now with their season passes, you know what I mean? Season passes are already put in. It's kind of a model that's already been working for a lot of games. But if they can get it to where it was supposed to be, and then actually, I would consider paying another $20 for an update, a part 2, so to speak. I don't want them to start, making 1, 2, 3, 4 different updates that you gotta pay for each time, and then, pay for the season pass will get you all 4 of them for like an extra 50 bucks. But like 25 more dollars for something big. Something really big. Like maybe, I don't know, it would have to be a couple of different really big improvements, like maybe letting you own multiple freighters. Let's say that you can own more than one freighter. Let's say now you can take control of your freighters and fucking fight people with them. Introduce a new combat system where you take control of your gunships or your gun tower, your gun turrets on your freighter. Go up to another freighter and have, I don't know, freighter to freighter battles. Something like that. But not just that, they'd have to introduce a couple more different, like, totally different systems. Combat systems, crafting systems, something like that. That you can only have from the DLC. And then, not do something like what Destiny did. With the first Destiny, how they had an update. And it made it so that if you didn't have the new DLC, you could no longer partake in any of the weekly or daily tasks that got you better loot because they were all locked. And the daily task was at a specific map every single week. And until the week was over, you had to wait for the next week. And they made it so that it was only the new maps. And if you didn't buy the DLC, you didn't have those new maps. So now you couldn't do any of your daily fucking quests. Not make it something like that. Make it something that's really, really not necessary, but would be fucking fun if you had it. That's something I would pay 25 bucks for. But only because I only paid 40 bucks for the original game. Yeah, I don't want to have to pay for any DLC either. But I'm just trying to consider. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but I would imagine that they can't keep working on this game for too long because they'll be losing money doing it. Like, they can only justify fixing this game for so long until, they stop making money on it. And they start going broke, because it's a small team. But I don't know. I guess they do have a couple other games. Actually, I think they have 2 games. Something Joe, The Amazing Joe or something. It's an iOS game. They do have that game out. I don't know. Maybe they're making some money off of that. I just don't understand how they can still be updating this because they're such a small company. Joe Danger. Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's what they're doing. That's fucking smart, though. I really hope that's what's going on. They're taking all the money from Joe Danger, and they're putting it back into No Man's Sky to make it the game that it was supposed to be. That would be brilliant. even now, you know, a whole year and a half later, no games have come out that, you know, the original No Man's Sky trailers and shit. If that game was here right now, like, it's still some fucking future shit. Some real, ambitious, over the top, brand new kind of game that I would consider playing for fucking ever. Kind of like The Witcher 3, you know, The Witcher 3, it's like 3 years old, I think. But anybody who hasn't played it, I totally recommend that they get The Witcher 3. Because it's such a fun fucking game. And they'll spend hours on it, you know? It's not like an outdated game either. It's got a lot of shit. It's better than a really good amount of these, I didn't read what that said. But you know, The Witcher 3, totally, definitely well worth the play nowadays. Leora Gold. I don't know who that is. It's probably spam. Yeah, I think that's another part of it, you know. The people at Hello Games, they're not, I guess, true, they're not really into making games for the money. You know, you could tell just by the way he spoke about the game. He was making this game and he fucking plays this game. Like, he enjoys playing this game. I mean, I'm sure he's got all these mods and shit on it. Like, not Ozark. Somebody made a mod for the PC version of No Man's Sky that completely redoes the game. It makes it so you can spawn fucking Sentinel Titan walkers wherever you want and stuff like that. And the trees are all like super unique. There's trees that like glow in the dark. The graphics are so crisp. It's called, yeah, Ray's Overhaul mod. But like, I'm sure Sean Murray is playing that game, you know, not this. Because that's more like what he wanted to have. But, you know, they're still working on it because they want it to be better because they're playing it too, just like we are. They want to make it more fun, not just for us, but for themselves. So they have an actual reason, they have a motive, you know, to help make this a good game. They're not going to just give up on it. So, I mean, it's bullshit, you know, but you know, it is what it is. And they are working on it. So we'll just have to wait till it gets fun. I mean, it is fun. Just, you know, it gets to be boring. When you play it too long, it gets pretty fucking boring. They just need to fix that. Once they fix that, you know, they really just need to focus on that. Why is it boring? What can we do to make it, you know, still fun and constantly more, you know, more entertaining? We need to give it something of a more value per hour. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. I had to really focus to pick those fucking things. stop looking. 16 million? What are you wowing at? My units? 16 million what? If you want, I'll explain how I got so many units, if that's what we were talking about. 16 million. Did I have 16 million selenium? What did I have? What do I have 16 million of? I think that's what we were talking about. Yo, message me back if you. I'll show you how. I'll explain to you how to make this much money. It's no problem, man. I'll explain it to you. It's only if you ask. If you don't ask, I'm just gonna. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah. My farm. It took quite a lot of. First, I went into creative mode. You know, because I had to see what the limits were. There's limits. I think it's a complexity limit, they call it. I found out I could build like 16 of these domes with plants in them. I can make 16 full domes with plants, and I could fit like, I don't know, 10 plants outside. And I was like, that's not enough. Because for every single circuit board, I did the math, it comes out to 8 star bulb plants. You need 8 of these, 4 of these, 2 of these, full plants, 2 plants, 1 plant of cactus flesh makes 1 circuit board. So 8 star bulbs makes 1 circuit board. And I basically, through trial and error, eventually figured, you know, this is what I need. I can make about 16 circuit boards. Max. You know, if I were to get rid of the save point and all these lights, and if I also got rid of these storage units, these storage containers, and the exocraft machine, you know, I would have more, my limit would be lower, so I could put more domes in, and I could put more plants in. And I think a lot of people from like the Galactic Cub and stuff, they have farms that have like 19, 20 circuit boards. Once you pick everything up, you'll get about 19 or 20 circuit boards. Which really is only, it's only about $4 more million than what I'm already rocking with. And if you consider that the farm is not even the fastest way to make money, I have 16 circuit boards, right? 5, 10, 15, 16. This is like $16 to $20 million for these circuit boards. But what's going on here? Did I delete something on accident? I don't know, it just looks a little wonky. But this is passive income. Considering how much time it fucking took me to build all this shit, color it all, and to get it in the right space, to make it look nice. Like, there's this gap right here that I can totally walk through, but there's no other gap in my circle. But I mean, I just don't want to pick that up again and move it again. It's fine. It took so long. Like, I had to stand right here in the center, and it took me a minute to figure out where the center was, because you can't put, like, a grid down. Although, I don't know. Now that I think of it, I probably could have used the terrain manipulator, because this has a grid function, you know. I probably could have just, like, drawn out a little grid. But whatever, it's done. It's done, man. But it took so long for me to make this. And the fastest way to make money is to trade. You know, you get yourself a hauler, try to find a ship. The more slots you have in your ship available, the better. You go to a wealthy system. You buy as many of the most expensive item as you can. There's usually something for like 40 to 50 grand. You buy that. You buy all of them that you can fit. And then you look at it. And it will say, on the item, it will say, you know, this is blah, 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 blah. It's a connector for, I don't know, fucking hydraulic converter connection unit. And there will be a word in purple. And that word will tell you where you need to go sell it. It'll say, this is a blah, 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 blah. And then the purple word will say, you know, manufacturing facilities often use these in blah, 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 blah. So that's just like the game's way of telling you that, hey, this high-tech economy that you're in makes these things that manufacturing economies use. So you're buying it for cheap in whatever system you're in, and then you're going to a system that will buy it for a higher price, and you're selling it all there. And like for each unit, you're making like, I don't know, $6,000 or $7,000, something like that. But you know, you buy 100, you buy 200 of it. That's like, it's like a couple million for each trip, and that's like per warp. And all you're doing is you're getting. I'll do it. I'll show you real quick. If you're still here, hang out for a minute. Thanks, man. I spent a lot of goddamn time on this space. Let's take a little look-see. Here it is from the top. Let me put the sun underground. This is what it looks like at night. Took me a minute to figure out where I was going to have these, because I knew I needed 5 domes of selenium, 2 domes of cactus flesh, and 3 domes of frost crystals. And I kept thinking, you know, like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Like, it's going to look kind of ugly. I really want it to split down the middle. And then I realized if I just put, I need to put the 5 in the front. That's what I need to do. And then I need to put the 1 in the 1, and then the 3. There. Then now it's all symmetrical, you know. Beautiful. I really wish I had a landing pad too, you know, and a pad for the roamer and the Titan or whatever it's called, the big one. But you know, you do what you can. I built the Exocraft pad for this one and just deleted it, so it's not taking up any space in my base limit. But I mean, it's still here. I can still drive this around. As long as I don't get too far away from it, I'll still have it. But I mean, this one, that's the one I really use, because it's the fastest. And I don't really need to mine anything with these anymore, so. But yeah, I really like my base. I just wish that the storms weren't boiling hot. I mean, I got lucky. I really thought that this planet had no storms when I was, you know, trekking around on it, and none of the storms showed up. And then after I got about halfway through building it, I noticed the storm came out, and it was hot. And I was like, fuck! It does have storms! But, you know, lucky me, the storm is not it's not a 3-arrow decrease. It's just, it doesn't go down at all. It's a very small storm. It's not bad. But yeah, let me show you real quick how I make my money. Oh, I'm sorry, Tyler. How much do you think they mean by by much more updates will follow. At the end of Atlas Rises, they said much more will follow. What I think they mean is they're gonna keep working on it, you know? You gotta also bear in mind, dude, just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's true. They can believe it. You know, I've told people things before that I was, you know, when I said it, it was gonna happen. Totally gonna happen. And then, you know, something happens. Something out of your control. It happens, and it fucks up the plan of you doing whatever that thing was. You know? And sometimes it's just like a small inconvenience, you know? Somebody got sick at the store I was supposed to buy that thing from, and they closed it down, you know? Like, it could be anything. You never know. You'll say something, you really meant to do it, but then just something happens. You know, you run out of money to make the game. People quit. You know, somebody on the team dies or loses a loved one and just can't come into work anymore. You know, you can only do so much. You know, maybe somebody just gives up. Hopefully not, you know, but you know, don't listen to what people say so much, you know. I mean, hear it, just don't form your life around it. Don't plan out your life according to what other people say is going to happen. Always have, you know, basically always have a backup plan. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, da 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 da. And then, unless, like, what's happening? Hey, Thunderlight, I'll add you in 1 second. I did not read this guy's text. I'm just gonna insist I come in peace. That sounds okay. Nah, that was bad. Good thing though is if you're at a max rank with one of these races, then no matter what you do, you can't lower your standing with them. Like, I am still. Oh, come on, man. There we go. There we go. Alright, I'll add you. Just so you know. Come on. I'm an idiot. I don't have PlayStation Plus. I mean, yeah, I know it's cheap, but I just haven't gotten around to it because the only games I have are this, Naruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm, Metal Gear Solid, not Ground Zeroes, Phantom Pain, and just, you know, basically one-player games that don't really have very impressive online function. The one game, Dying Light, and Naruto, those are, you know, those could be pretty fun online, but I don't see the point in paying for an online subscription when I'm not gonna use it. I mean, if something comes up, I'll consider buying the online, you know, just so that, you know, I can play that game. And maybe I'll delete it in a little bit, you know? I'll pay for an online, you know, subscription if I find a game that's, you know, sounds really fun to me, you know? But, yeah, I don't have PlayStation Plus. Is this... I don't know. Yeah, Tyler, I don't know what to tell you. Uh, there's really no way to tell how many updates are going to be left. You know, they could come out with one more update and be done. They could be done already. Which I don't think they're done already. You know, there's at least one more update. But I don't know, maybe. What are we at? 1.4 almost. We're about to be at 1.4. I say, maybe 1.6. I think they'll get as far as at least 1.6. Two more really big updates. By really big, I mean like an underwater thing. And then the next one will be something else big, but not really too big, but like just enough to finally finish the game. Make it worth playing. Alright, here. At least 3 more big updates, I think. Yeah. Yeah, man. I think that sounds legit. I'm going to go over how I make my money real quick, alright? So there are... What are there? 4, 5, 6... I think there's like 7 different types of economies. You got these red ones, which are power generation, energy supply, power generation, energy supply, power generation, energy supply, high voltage. The red ones, the color is correspondent to the economy. If you look down in the bottom left, you see warp 542 light years. The dominant life form is Gek. The economy is energy supply. And underneath that, the conflict level is fractious. Basically, what you're going to do, doesn't really matter where you start. Just keep in mind that there's loops. Like this, whatever you buy from here will sell at a high price in, I think, mining facilities, mining economies. And you go there, you sell them, and then you buy what they have. And then you'll take these to the high tech, and then the high tech will go to the manufacturing, and then the manufacturing will go back to the red power generation. And then you do it all over again. Back to the mining, high tech, this, that. That's actually perfect. This little loop right here. That's how you would be traveling to make your money. You would go around in this circle. And then there are 3 other ones. There is the purple to green to something else. Blue? I don't know. But I don't do that one. I don't do that one. Because there's usually more of the other types of economies. Basically, you're going to try to find one. One that, if you only have the first warp reactor, your choices are going to be limited. But you're going to try to find one that has a wealthy economy. And the way you'll find out is by looking. You see the third line down in the bottom left where it says industrial. Sell 50%, buy 22%, / developing. The last word, developing. That's what you're looking at. This one, the last word is medium supply. This one is promising. This one is struggling. Promising. Comfortable. These are all average. Failing, that one is below average. Low supply, below average. Satisfactory, middle. It's okay. You're looking for something that says wealthy, opulent, booming. I just saw a booming one. This one is booming. High supply. I mean, you can kind of use your common sense to figure out like what words mean. Oh, this is a wealthy. This is a rich. Oh, rich is another one. Opulent. See, opulent here. Oil processor. But I'm gonna find one of these. affluent. This is another one, affluent. So I'm going to go here. I don't really care about the buy and sell price as long as it's wealthy. What'd you say? Yeah, me too, man. I hope they do. I hope they do, 50 more updates. Okay. Do I even want that ship? No, I don't want that ship. Fuck that. Wait, that's not the ship, though. Where is the ship? Yeah, it is. It is. That is the ship. I don't want it. I don't want it! I'm gonna stick to what I'm doing. You know? That's what I'm gonna do. Let me know if you already know this trick, man. I'm showing you how to make the most money. Alright, so you are in a wealthy, opulent, affluent, rich, high supply. You're in a rich ass fucking neighborhood. You're coming to the space station. Hold on, I'm just checking this. I have a side mission I'm doing. No, okay. So you come to the space station. You go to one of these terminals. You go to buy items. This is you starting off. And there's going to be a couple of these. One of the first items are going to be what you look for. Okay, so you see this one is 830 per piece, 29,000 per piece, 5,000 per piece, 50,000, 14,000. So this is the most expensive thing they have. And luckily for us, they have 173 of it, which I can totally hold. You buy it. You might only be able to buy like 120. That's fine. You buy 120. You buy it. You click on triangle. You go to the sell window. You find the thing you just bought. You sell them all right back. And I don't know if you remember, the price was 50,000 per piece. And now they are 21,000 per piece. They just went down 50% in price. Take a look at my my units right now. I have 644, 181,000 units. I buy them all. That goes down to 640. So we spent about 4 million. Let's just say that we just lost 4 million. All right, we sell it back. We go and we buy it for a cheaper price again. Remember last time when we had 173, we were at 640 million. Now we still have the same amount. We bought them, sold them back. Now we gained about 2 million. This is 1.9 million. So that's the first thing you do. You buy as many as you can. You sell them all right back. You buy them back. And you're basically doing this until they get up to, you see the green number there? That's the negative 10% galactic average. The highest you can get them up to is about 82% below the national average. If you see 78.7, that's good. You don't need to do it again. It's not going to go any higher than that. It's just basically you're waiting until it gets to like 80-ish. 80-ish below the national average. That's the cap, right? And you could make even more by going down to a training station on a planet. Okay? Because the space station and the planets have different economies. Like if I were to go to, if I were to buy from any of those guys that land in the space station, all their inventories would basically be shared. Oh, no, don't go back in. And they wouldn't sell any more of those things I just bought, because they're all gone. But if I go down to, that planet right there, I go to a trading post, and I click on the trading terminal, I can buy more. They will have more of these. Maybe even the same amount that I just bought. Okay? I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna show you. Alright, so we started off at, let's say 644 million, because we only bought once before that. So let's just say we started off at 644 million. That was our starting point. Alright, you're gonna come here, look for a trading post. It helps if you have an economy scanner. You can still do this just with the space stations, but you make a decent amount more by also going to the trading posts. It is worth it. Check out my broadcast. The fuck, man? Nothing but bots in here, dude. The other place I'm streaming my broadcast here to is full of fake people. I can tell it's fake because there's like, I don't know, 60 people in there, but none of them are commenting. None of them are liking my video. They're fucking fakes. Bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not hit her. It's bullshit, I tell you. Barter. Hopefully these guys give me nanite clusters. Nope. It's not nanite clusters. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna sell these. Okay. Okay. So now my exosuit is completely full. Whatever I'm going to be able to carry is going to be from this. From my starship inventory. I don't think I can buy all of them. Nope. I can buy 40? 30? I can buy 135. So I'm going to buy 135, switch over to sell. Yeah. And I'm going to sell 135. Not 215, because I already got the best price for those ones that I have. This is kind of a pain. Normally I would just sell them all right back and I'd lose a little bit of money, but eventually, you make it all back. So negative 62, so this should be the last time I have to do this. It usually takes me 2 cells. If you're just starting off, it'll take you 5, maybe 6 cells to get it to the max. Yep, 79.3. It won't go higher than that. So now I have a shit ton. I have a shit ton of these. I'm gonna hop in my spaceship. I'm gonna point up. Look at the item. Look for the purple word. Mining. Power source engine, high capacity heater. Highly valued by mining economies looking to make their asteroid colonies more self-sufficient. So the purple word is mining. You're gonna go to your galaxy map. And mining economies are orange. You have to have the economy filter on, the up and down on D-pad. See, economy is mining. Sometimes they're called minerals. Sometimes it's called prospecting. Oh, that's one we want to go to. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna find whatever the purple word was. You're gonna find that economy. You're gonna try to find a wealthy version of that economy. So opulent, rich, wealthy, prosperous. And I mean, if you want, you can also try to find one that is also a Corvax or a Gex system, or, you know, any other combination of things that you want to find. But I mean, for me, the race doesn't matter anymore. So I'm just going to go for the first one that is rich. The first one of the corresponding economy that is rich. You're gonna go here. Go to the space station as soon as you get here. You may or may not make more money from selling them at the trading post versus the space station first, but I don't know. I just do it this way because it's fast. I never took the time to go see how much more I could make if I went to the trading post first. I might make less, I don't know. Somebody on the video that, somebody commented on the video that I saw that taught me this method, saying that you should go to the trading post first, because you'll make more money. But I don't know if it's true. I don't know how much more money it is. Or if, you know, or if it's worth the extra time. I don't know, man. Depends on the person. Depends on the person. Some people mature faster than others. So you're going to come here. You're going to want to sell the most that you can the first time. So I have my starship is full, remember? My exosuit is full. I only have 93 in my exosuit. That'll get me this much money. I have 215 in my starship. So when I sell, the price right now is selling at 17.1. Once I sell, it drops. See? Now it is 43.8. I'm making significantly less money on this sell than I did the first sell. And it doesn't matter how many I sell the first time. I make the same amount of money for all 215 of those. It's not like I sold one, and then the next one was a little bit less, and the next one was a little bit less. All 215 sold for that price that was on the screen. But after it sold all of those, then the price dropped by 215 cells worth. Each cell drops the price a little bit, but it doesn't. If you do it in bulk, you still get that bulk amount of money. So now you sell this stuff. And I'm going to... Well, not my circuit boards yet. Because, look. I had 644 million. So that one trip gave me 11 million. 55. 75. Okay, yeah, that's about 16 million. But considering the time that I had to put into the farm itself, you know, I can't make another 16 million from my farm for another 2 hours of in-game play. But I can make another 11 million in just a few minutes. It does not take me long. Well, what you would do here is you would then go ahead into buy. You would go to your starship because it's empty. You'd buy the most expensive thing, 94. That's not very much. You buy it. You sell it all. Buy it all back. Sell it all back. Buy it all back. Sell it all back. There we go. Now it's a 79. So now you have 94 of it. I'm not going to bother going down to the planets. I'm trying to finish up this little idea. It's not a bad looking ship. Alright, look at these. These are going to go to manufacturing economies. So you look at your galactic map. You find a manufacturing economy. And if you want to keep doing it, you need to find a wealthy one. Opulent, affluent, high supply. You can sell them for the same amount of money in a poor economy. The only problem with going to a poor economy next is that you won't be able to buy as many for your next sell. So if this was a poor economy, I would still get, you know, a really good... If I had a max inventory, I would make about 11 million. But I would be leaving that economy with like 30 to 40 items instead of 200 for the next sell. So the idea is to, you know, hop from system to system and sell each thing with the next system. And, you know, the wealthier economies hold more items, so you have, you know, you end up making less trips for the same amount of money. So this one is only 94. Last time I had 215 plus 90 something. So like the last time I had 300, you know, of said item. And we're just going to assume that they're all roughly the same price, because they are all roughly the same price. But we're going to check out what a sale of 94 at, you know, at one of these places is going to be like. 94. We were at 255. No, we were at 275 before we bought this. 275. 7, 8. So that's 3 million. 3 million units in one trip with 90 something. So that should help you judge about how much you're going to be making in the beginning. In the beginning, you're only going to have like this many slots. And you'll only be able to fit about, you know, 94 something items in your ship at one time. And you'll be making about, I think when I started I was making 1 million. 1 million per trip. And then I had enough to buy a better ship with like 5 or 6 slots more. And then I started making 3 million per trip. And then I started, you know, I bought another ship and I started making about 5 or 6 million per trip. Then I stuck with that ship for a while until I looked at how much a 48 slot ship was going to be, and I reckoned I needed like, I think 6 or 7 million, or I don't know, something like that, like a lot of money, maybe 100 million, I don't know. It was a lot of money, so I figured, okay, I have the next time I buy a ship, the max slot, was only 5 or 6 slots away from what I have now. So I just stuck with that ship, and I kept getting 5 or 6 million each trip until I had enough to buy the 48 slot ship. And then I bought the first one I found. The first 48, as long as it's a 48 slot ship, you're making the max amount of money. It doesn't matter the class, the shield damage, anything like that. It was an ugly ship. It was a C class, but it had 48 slots. And then I started making 10 million per trip. 10 to 12 million per trip. And I went off and I bought a whole bunch of electron vapors, and I made myself an entire ship full of warp cells, which are, that's what's left of them. I still have them. But, and then I just went for it. I just went from place to place to place to place to place, making 11 million per trip. And like a couple days, this only really took me a couple days, maybe a week, to get up to 678 million. And that's not non-stop playing. That's just me playing it every now and again. Like in the time that it took me to explain this, if I was doing it instead of explaining it, I would have had about another 100 million from what I had. 81,000? Alright. It's no problem. See, like, this is where I start to get bored, I don't even remember what I wanted to do with this game when I first started playing. So now I gotta sit back and think what I'm gonna do. Oh, I should have sold a whole bunch of this shit. Are there any technology blueprints I wanted to build? I don't think so. I need some nanite clusters to get the very last glyph, but it's only one glyph, and it's only 40 nanite clusters I'm gonna need. I'm not putting anything else on this ship. That is saved for the Theta version of the pulse jets. I don't need a conflict scanner. So I'll delete that. Maybe put one of these. Accelerated fire damage. That's cooling. This is the one I want. I don't think I even have any more blueprints for mining. Grenade intensity. I need 3 more neutrino models for this. What else, man? Combat amplifier. The idea for this thing is supposed to be this line and over, all mining beam. This line and to the right. Well, this whole L shape was supposed to be grenades, but I kind of figured I do kind of want the terrain manipulator in here. I need the analysis visor. I need the scanner. Maybe I'll delete the range booster. I don't know. It's I don't know. Having it, I don't want to delete it because I already have it. And I mean, the scan radius, that is pretty good thing to have. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe just the intensity theta is enough. what I want to do is I want to put the last 4 upgrades for the mining beam on here. But I also want the space to put damage radius, intensity sigma, theta, and sigma theta. There's, I think, 1 or 2 that I haven't learned. Not that I don't need rebound grenades. And propulsion makes it go faster. But I only have space for 1 more grenade, and maybe if I delete one of the mining beams, I can put 2 more grenade upgrades in. But I don't know, that's all I use, man. I use the mining beam to mine, of course. And I want it high powered so that I can mine shit fucking fast. But I would also like to be able to use my mining beam as a weapon, because I deleted the fucking homing bolt, or the bolt caster, in favor of the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher has always taken out sentinels with 1 shot. But the good thing about the grenade launcher is it's also it's good for the thing I used it most for is if I'm in a harsh environment and the cold weather is killing me and my thermostat or whatever it's called, my life support, my hazard gauge goes down to 0. I pull out my grenade launcher and I shoot the ground a few times, and then I can just hop in that hole that I've created. Because you're not always around a cave system to be able to do that. And true, it's not a terrain manipulator because I cannot build anything with it, but I can destroy things very fast with it, so I like to have it on there. Plus, I don't have to switch over to it. It's not a... You know, I can have a mining beam and a grenade launcher both at the ready. You just press the other button for the grenade launcher. It's a really nifty thing. But that's one thing I would like to see. I would like to see more slots for the multi-tools. I would like to see a maybe an Omega. You know, how they have pistols, rifles, experimental guns, and alien weapons. And the pistols have small inventory slots. The rifles have big inventory slots. Experimental and alien can have either or, big or small inventory slots, but the experimental has better, I think, mining than all the other ones. And the alien is like, it just has a better overall stat bonus to it. Plus, the alien weapons look fucking cool. But maybe they should introduce, you know, a new type of multi-tool where you can, maybe the boosts are not as impressive, but you get more slots. So, that's just what I want, though. I just want more slots. Maybe it's perfect where it is. Yeah, I would like to. When the patch comes out, I would like to be right there, ready to go. To be honest, though, I think this might be it for today. I don't really feel like playing much more. I mean, I don't know. Let me go check out that fucking planet. Yeah. That moon. I kind of want to have a base on a moon, I like bases on moons, because anytime I'm on the moon, you look up in the sky, and most of the sky is a planet at nighttime. It's unique. It's a unique look. But, however, I will not make a base on anything but a lush planet, because, number one, the lush planets look very fucking cool. Very nice. The closest to, Earth. Number two, my farm. In order to maximize... Oh, shit, dude, look at this place! Look at all these trees! Is that water? I might move my base here. I don't know. It is kind of one colored, but I mean, all right. Let's go back to the base and check it out. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna see what this place looks like. I got the plutonium. It's no big deal. Okay, so there is grass. This place looks kind of nice. I wish I had water. I mean, my home planet, as is, looks kind of nice too. But shit, man. Hello, call sign Viper. Welcome to the broadcast. I was just thinking about getting off, but maybe I'll stay on for a bit longer. I don't need carbon. I just enjoy shooting trees. Oh shit, wait, are the sentinels friendly? Minimal sentinels. Alright, so I mean, we have dense forests. So far, the caves look kind of nice. Yeah, the caves look nice. Yeah, I hear you, Viper. They really need to work on making these planets a little more, fucking enjoyable. Like, I mean, this is a nice planet and all, but I can already tell just from the small amount of time I've been here, like, I want more. Like, okay, this right here, this is fucking cool, man. I want a planet with this, one of these, a bunch of these types of caves, where it's open all along the top, but then, there's a bunch of closed caves. I want the storms to be, harmless, like how it is now, but that's only because I have my fucking shield on. I want the forests to be as dense as this. But then at the same time, I want some more colors. I want some purple trees. I want some blue trees. I want some green trees. I want one of those cave systems. I also want an ocean. And the ocean has to be nice. It has to be nice like the cave systems are nice. Like this has one thing that I really, really want, and that is forest density. However, my home planet, even though it lacks forest density, it has some other fucking shit going for it, which makes me want to stay on my home planet. I saw this planet and I was like, ooh, wait, what's here? I got out and I walked around and I realized, it's it's not good enough for me to move my entire base. Especially considering that my base, I'll show you in a second, Viper, my base is a farm. I have spent a lot of time positioning everything in my base to get it just right to where, you know, if I'm gonna move my base, it's gonna be to the very goddamn best planet on No Man's Sky. It's not gonna be anything less than the best goddamn planet on the whole game. Yeah, let me show you my my base real quick, dude. Oh, you messaged me, huh? I'm just gonna fucking fast travel somewhere else. Fuck this. Fuck it. They don't have to be far. Yeah? Is that what happened, man? Yeah, I don't know. I did play before the universe reset, but I can't really remember if it's better or worse. I do know a lot of planets changed. But I do remember a lot of people saying that the universe is a lot more varied. It's a lot more diverse. Made it a lot more interesting. I couldn't tell you if it's better or worse, but I can tell you some people think that it is better. But, you know, obviously you and some other people must think it's worse. I really can't remember. I kinda think they need to reset it again. But maybe not reset it, you know, but just add, I don't know, a little side algorithm to, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I need to find a traveler, though. I only have one more glyph to go. One more glyph to go! Nothing worth buying. I would like some more technology slots for your exosuit. Oh, what is that? That looks kind of cool. No. It does look nice, though. Maybe... I don't know. I wish they had a different head, man. I've seen every head. Something like this, see-through, but like not those straight bars. Maybe have this like stick down just a bit. This is the one I have. It's nice. But honestly, that one looks better than this one. I don't know, man. It's not. Doesn't have the slots that I got though. So there's no point in me trading it. Plus, I still need a fighter. Alright, let's check out my base again, shall we? Oh, yeah. I am also, Viper, I'm also on the Tranquil Galaxy. I did the Artemis storyline. And at the end, it lets you reset, not reset the galaxy. It says reset the galaxy, but really what it's doing is it's fast forwarding you through, you know, a couple. You know, when you get to the center, you go to the next galaxy. Basically, the Artemis storyline is it lets you pick, you know, a good 5 to 10 galaxies ahead of time, and they go in order. There is like I think the next one is a tranquil galaxy. The next one after that is a raging galaxy, an ancient galaxy, and then the next one is going to be tranquil again, and then raging, and then ancestral. But like raging galaxies have a lot more sentinels and harsh environments on their planets. Just like, maybe it's just slightly higher percent. But anyway, I'm in a tranquil galaxy, which means there's a higher chance that I'm going to find lush planets. And it's true. I find a lot more lush planets here. I mean, they may not be all that interesting, but there's more of them. Like, here's my planet. I got pretty fucking lucky. You know? Let's check it out from the top. You need to see what I've done. Because this took some fucking work, man. This took some work. Look at this. I went into creative mode and figured out, after... It took me about an hour to figure out the maximum number of bubbles I could have full to, a proper ratio of star bulbs to make circuit forms. It was in the unification day system in the first galaxy. Yeah, man, I'm kind of mad I went ahead and went to the Tranquil Galaxy. Because that's, the Galactic Hub, that's where everybody is in, they're all in the Euclid Galaxy, the first galaxy. I mean, there is a Galactic Hub here in Eisentam or whatever, the Tranquil Galaxy, the next Tranquil one, but there's nowhere near as many people as the very first galaxy, which I'm kind of mad about. Because, yeah, there's a higher chance of me finding lush planets, but there's also a lower chance of me finding exactly what I want. So now my portals, like, take my multi-tool, for instance. I was stuck with a Class C 21, I think it was 19 or 21 slot multi-tool. Class C. And it was experimental, but it looked kind of stupid. I mean, this one does also kind of look stupid with the pink and the yellow and the green and the blue and the gray. I remember I had a couple badass fucking multi-tools when the game first came out, pre every single patch. I got an alien one. It was red. It was like all red here, and then dark red handle, and then just green. It was just dark red and green, and it looked so fucking cool, man. It had spikes on the top, like black spikes, But that's a Class C now, and I have since had to reset my entire game. But I had a really hard time finding a max slot, yet alone a good-looking max slot, yet alone a good-looking max slot with a high-class multi-tool. And then I thought to myself, oh yeah, the Galactic Hub. They have fucking multi-tools pinned and the coordinates put online. I could just go on there and find the one I want. I don't have the glyphs for it yet, but I can just go to that fucking place and pick it up. I went to the, I didn't even find it on the Galactic Hub website. I found this on I think a Reddit forum. Somebody posted, hey, we finally found an S-Class alien multi-tool with 24 slots in the Tranquil Eisentam Galaxy, however you pronounce it. And I'm pretty sure, dude, this is the only one that's been found. It's the only fucking one that's been found. And I didn't even get the S-Class version. Because the planet it takes you to, first of all, you can't bring your ship. So you have to walk it. But, I mean, I brought the equipment to make an exocraft terminal, so I had my exocraft. But still, with the exocraft, they told you it's a 2-hour drive away. That's real fucking time. Real life. Spending 2 hours in real life playing this video game, walking, driving from one point to another to get an item that I then have to turn around and drive another 2 hours back to the goddamn portal. But I was going to do it. I was ready to do it. I was like, fuck it. I have enough for save points. I'm just going to, fucking go. Then when I feel like, fuck this shit, I'll save it, turn it off, come back to it. I'll have it in like the next 4 days. I was committed. I was ready to fucking do that stupid shit. And then I showed up, and somebody had put a marker about 2 minutes away from where the portal was. The marker for the S class was like way the fuck over there. And then somebody put one like right over by those trees. And I went over to the trees and I found out, oh, it's the same one. It's just not an S class. It's an A class. I think each one of the different bonuses are like 3% less. But you know what, dude? Fuck it. It doesn't look that good. I mean, it is kind of cool when you pull it out. It looks pretty cool. Could be a hell of a lot cooler, but I mean, it's kind of cool, but I'm not gonna. I saw a 2-minute option versus a 2-hour option with a couple decreases in stats, and I took that shit, man. Anyway, we were talking about before, that planet had very dense forests, right? My current planet, it has very colorful forests. You see, the brown trees and the green trees. And then there's also this tall tree right here, that tall tree. The only problem is the forests are not a planet. See? I mean, there's like a good little patch over there, but like, look at all these dry spots, dude. Look at all these fucking dry spots, man. It's boring. And the cave systems are not that incredible. Where was the cave? Where's the cave system? Here's some. And yeah, there's a couple. Yeah, there is a couple. But you come in. It's not like crazy lights or anything like that. You come in and it usually spits you. Yeah, this one spits you right back out. And that's about it. Most of the caves on my planet have no roof. Like this. These are my caves right here. That I'm in the cave. The cave will come in. Oh, this is actually a little cave area. Okay. This is a good little spot. Okay, never mind what I said about my caves. I'm gonna stop bitching about my caves. But this planet does have water. And that is one thing I really like. Plus my planet, look at this. Look at the sky. Look at all those planets I can put in the skyline, man. Those are nice. This makes for quite the screenshot. I can get some pretty nice screenshots on this planet. But the water. I want to stay on a planet with water because I really hope at some point they make a better water traversing vehicle. For now, this is all we got for water. This fucking exocraft. But, I got some underwater caves and shit that are kind of cool. I think there's something down there. Let's go check it out. Like, it gets all quiet, man. And I can shoot these things, and there's like fish in here sometimes. It's just nice to go underwater, but like the underwater here is not so. I wish it was more like the caves, like some fucking light up rocks and shit. but just the fact that I have water, you know? I like it. I like the fact that I have water on my planet. That was kind of cool. You know what I also wish? I also wish you could have 9 fucking ships in your freighter that has 9 slots for ships in it. But you can't. You can only have 6. 3 slots are always empty, no matter what you do. I think that's bullshit. You know? It's like, okay, the max starship you can get is 48 slots, but these last 3, yeah, you can't put anything in them. That's different than these slots, you know, because these serve a purpose. But the 3 slots in your freighter that you can't put anything in because they stop showing up after you have 6 fucking ships, they're absolutely pointless. They should only have 6 slots in your ship then. They should change it. Make it so there's 2 openings in each lane. You know? Or give us 3 more fucking ship options. Please and thank you. That took me a while, that circle. And to be honest, I'm not sure if that's the most effective way of picking the star bulbs. Just the way I do it is I come here in the middle. And yeah, I can reach every single one. But just the way my hands have to sit for me to do this, I hold down the square button, and with my other hand, I move that one to the same side of the controller that my square button finger is on. Instead of... Maybe I can do it like this. Actually, yeah, I found a different way to do it. Doing it the other way, it hurt. But, I don't need these. You know, I got 700 million units. I don't really need any more. Now I might as well pick this shit. What else am I doing? Yeah, I think this is going to be it for my video today, folks. Thank you for stopping in. Thanks for saying hi. Appreciate the views. Thanks for the follows. the subscriptions, the likes, the comments. Thanks for all of it. I'll definitely be streaming this game again in the near future, especially if they come out with the update for it. Hopefully they add underwater vehicles. Hopefully they add something else. But you know, if I start streaming this and I get enough people in there talking to me, asking me to do things, you can name things here, man. You can go in here. You can go into discoveries. You go click on this animal that you found. If I find something, somebody wants me to name that after them, I'll name it. You know, and anybody else that shows up to my planet and sees that animal is going to see your name. I mean, they're probably never going to see it because it's so small, but I mean, it's fun. You know, it'd be fun if I had people in here asking me to name things. Because I don't know if you can tell, but I don't name anything. I named this one Mining Combat Omega because they have a blueprint there for the final mining combat blueprint. And I don't have the money for it, but I would like to know where I can go buy it when I do. But yeah, till next time, thanks for stopping in, and have a good day. That's it.